Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the history of the Cosmic Broadcast, I managed to convince my wife to join her very first live stream. So I know you guys can't clap, but if you guys can send a virtual clap, that would be awesome. If you haven't seen my wife before, go check out some of the older videos that she was a part of. I know we did a couple of reviews, but the one that you're really going to want to check out is the hot wing challenge that we did. It was a little chaotic, to say the least. To say the least. So this is going to be really exciting. When it comes to questions in the comments, I know we're going to be talking about Pixar, but ask anything in the comments. Ask, your our opinions on movies, topics, sci-fi, personal life. If you want to get to know my wife Hannah a little bit more, this is going to be the time to do it. So if you guys have any questions you want to ask her, we will be reading all of your comments just like we always do. And yeah, we're gonna have fun. I think the camera's a little off center. There we go. That'll work. So without, you okay?
Yeah.
with that out of the way, guys, this is going to be super fun. Before we start the tier list, I'm going to go ahead and start with the comments, and we'll get the ball rolling, and let's get this party started. Movie Time Minute says, that'll be a fun stream. Well, man, if you're a part of it now, then it already is. Dark Movies says, Pixar is the one that started my journey of movies. Level up from them. Absolutely. I feel like all of us could say, at least, for a certain part of our childhood, a lot of it consisted of Pixar.
Toy Story.
Yeah. Which pop quiz, Dark Movies. You remember him?
Horror movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dark Movies. So my wife actually knows who you are. How about that? You're a celebrity in our household. 80s Kid. Let's go. 80s Kid in the chat says Monsters Inc. is the GOAT.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Are we gonna give that away already? Onward is underrated, and Buzz Lightyear Star Command 2001 is a legend. Every single thing you just said is spot on, 100%. And we'll definitely be looking into that as we jump into the rankings. We got Kenny Sparks saying, ooh, looking forward to this one. Yes, sir. Happy to have you with us. 80s Kid says Lightyear gets a D- or an F. But is that what we're going to do? I guess we'll see.
Be careful not to say anything now.
Right? Ty says, yo, what up? Ty, what's going on, man? Welcome to the live stream. Happy to have you, dude. Space Viper says, gonna be lit. You already know, man. You already know. I said, I hope y'all are ready, because I hope you guys are. Jacob says, can't wait. Well, we're here. 80s Kid says, y'all ready for this? I'm not going to get copyrighted on that because I already sang it off key. So, they can't copyright it if it's already off key. Ty says, I is so ready. Me am glad you are. Dark Movie says, amazing. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'm glad you liked that intro. That was totally spontaneous. Ty says, hi, Hannah.
Hi, Ty.
Which, by the way, for all of you guys that are in the chat, can you let me know if y'all can hear Hannah okay? Say something.
Hello, everybody. I tend to talk very quiet, so.
Yeah, if you would be sitting next to me when I'm editing videos that she's a part of, I have to always turn the volume up like super high. So
he gets very annoyed with me.
Not annoyed, but like you're a soft-spoken person.
A little miffed.
Oh. But yeah, let me know. Can you guys hear her okay? Is everything good? Volume sound good? Looks like Ty already confirmed. Ty said, dude, that room looks way better in person. Yeah, man, it definitely does. Di says she... Die. Di Dalton says, she sounds good. Heck yeah. Dark says, nah, am I just a celebrity in your house? Haha, I guess I've become a celebrity in my cinema in your house. Yes, sir. Dark says, volume is good. Awesome. 80s Kid says, aye. Yes, sir. All right, so now that we've gotten caught up on the comments, let's start with what you guys came here to see, which is the ranking. And I'm going to get this. There we go. Technology. So as you guys can see, I have all of the movies down there, and we are going with a pretty standard tier. We got S, A, B, C, F, and haven't seen. Because, spoiler alert, we haven't seen every single movie on this list. And we're not going to give it some rating just because of visuals or what we think it would be. We're just going to go ahead and throw it right down. Yeah, that's not fair. That's kind of trashing the people who put the work in to make the movie. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And my dumb butt forgot to create 2 separate tabs. So we're going to do this. We're already starting off on the wrong foot, but it's okay. We're good. We're good. All right. Number 1. Ooh, we're starting with Up. You want to take this one?
Okay. See, I feel like I've enjoyed this in so many different time periods of my life. Like literally last week or so, you walked in on me watching it, and I'm pregnant, and I was crying. I cried so much.
You don't have to be pregnant to cry during this, though.
I know, but I cried even more.
I feel like, so I don't know, chat, let me know what you guys think, but do you think that the opening Up, like the opening scene from Up with the flashback throughout the years, is that the best scene in Pixar?
It's one of them.
Because I feel like that's the perfect blend of music, emotion, visual storytelling. It's a classic. They're showing you rather than telling you, which is so nice.
Yeah, it kind of you kind of get to leave it up to your own interpretation, because if you're old and watching it, you might relate to it as like an older married couple, or as like me, my grandparents, or like you and I when we're old. That's how I look at it. So like, I don't know, it just, whatever it does, it tugs at your heartstrings.
If you don't get emotional in Up, you are a psychopath, and I don't know what to tell you. So we're gonna go straight to S tier. I don't know. Yeah, that's easy S tier.
Yeah.
Next, we got Toy Story, the first one. This one's tough because story-wise, I think it's excellent. I still think that, you know, for its time period, it was revolutionary, but I think it's also in the same vein as the first Star Wars movie, A New Hope, where we fondly remember it because of nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
But technically, it does not hold up, not nearly compared to the stuff that came after it.
I know, because now there's like, what, 4 of them now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't automatically like go to watch that one anymore. It's nostalgic, but I'm probably gonna go watch either, I won't say now, but like all the other ones.
Right.
You know? So I don't think I would put it in the higher tier.
Really? So, okay. Just like how I did my live stream with DJ a couple weeks ago, we still have to like come to an agreement. Even if we don't agree, we still got to find a tier to agree on. So I still think it's great. I still think like the Mrs. Nesbitt scene where Buzz like, I'm Mrs. Nesbitt, and he's like acting drunk because he was super depressed. Like that was super entertaining.
And Sid's like a very big character in that too, and you don't see him in the other movies.
You do.
Do you?
In Toy Story 3, he's the garbage man. That is like drumming on the side of the garbage truck.
Oh my god!
And he's slinging trash into the garbage truck. That's Sid.
Know that?
He has the skull on his shirt.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, no, like he is Sid, confirmed, and he's the one who tosses them in there.
I had no idea. Okay, I feel like that's pretty subtle, so I could see why I might.
Do we want to say B?
Yeah. Are we able to like rearrange stuff later?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
For right now, yeah.
For sure. Ooh, all right. Next up, we've got Monsters University. And I'm going to let you take this one. Explain to everybody who's watching why you like Monsters University so much.
Yes, this seemed to shock you earlier today.
It did.
But yes, I actually think I prefer...
Hang on. Hold that thought. I want them to actually get a good look at you while you explain this.
Making me more self-conscious. I don't know. I think I actually like Monsters University more than I do the first one. I do feel like the animation is a little bit better. Say that one more time,
but like into the mic, just so that everyone knows what you just said.
I like Monsters University better.
No take backsies.
No take backsies. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, in Monsters Inc., the music is so good, but it's even better, I think, in the second one. The animation even seems like it's a step up. I also just like the storyline. I think it's so creative. I like the college aspect. I just like, I don't know. I was trying to sing the song in it that I liked from like.
Do you want to give it another go?
No, I really don't. But I don't know. I really like that, and I am nostalgic for the old one. But at 26, I prefer Monsters University. And
also because it kind of has that college dynamic, and I feel like it really appealed to us having, you know, spoiler alert, we both got through college, so it's got a lot of stuff that we could relate to in the exact time period where it came out.
That's true. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I don't know. I like the dean lady. She's very like
Dean Hardscrabble.
Yeah, she's very, you know, commands a presence, and I don't know. I like that.
Well, also low key compared to, I don't know, some of the movies these days that kind of shy away from a lot of deep emotional gravitas.
Mm-hmm.
The scene where they actually go out into the real world and they can't get back.
And they work their way up.
Yes. They take all the stuff they've learned throughout the movie. And not only does it, you know, help Mike and Sully with their relationship, but it shows why they work so well as a team in the modern day. So it's a perfect prequel that builds up these characters and adds to who they are in them like
Yeah,
as we see them
that's
today.
a good point too, because I didn't really think about it that way, where it's like they weren't handed a scholarship. They even got kicked out of the school, but they literally worked their way up from the mailroom and then made it to where they did. And I like that.
You know what? I'm with you on that one, but when it comes to S versus A tier, I know you're gonna say S, right?
Yeah.
Can we rock, paper, scissors?
Okay.
All right. Best out of 3.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. 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 Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
I win. A tier. Sorry to disappoint
Nah,
you.
fine.
Oh, all right. Another banger back to back. All right. So now we got Finding Dory.
Ooh, I have a controversial on this too.
Controversial take?
Probably. I don't know.
Actually, my blind butt read that as Finding Nemo. That's why I said it was a banger.
You mean the one that says Dory in
Yeah.
big white letters?
Yeah. I saw the face of Nemo and I was like, oh, that's Finding Nemo. That is not Finding Nemo. So, all right. What do you got to say about Finding Dory?
I think I prefer Finding Dory first and then Nemo second.
If y'all are looking for a rental wife,
Wow.
you can come pick her up. Wow. You really think that Finding Dory is better than Finding Nemo?
Now, granted, they don't have the sharks. Oh, shoot. Maybe I don't.
Go ahead. No. Explain to them. Explain to them why you said that Finding Dory is better
Okay.
than Finding Nemo.
Have
I
you
want you to
seen
tell
Baby Dory, though?
look at the camera and tell them why you think Finding Dory is
I mean,
better.
have you seen Baby Dory, though? She is so cute. I love the octopus. I love, who's the guy with the big head?
If
who
you
goes,
love Finding
"Ooh."
Dory so much, what's the octopus's name?
Okay, first of all, that's not a fair thing to ask me because I don't remember names, period. My memory sucks. I am Dory. That's why I love her. She is my icon on our Disney Plus account.
Do you?
So that's not a fair argument.
Okay, so are you still sticking with the fact that Finding Dory is better than Finding Nemo?
I'd probably pick Dory over Nemo, yes.
No take backsies.
No take backsies.
I feel like Finding Dory is kind of like Incredibles 2, where it plays it safe and doesn't try to do anything too.
But she's finding her mom and dad.
Yeah, but like, it's nothing we haven't seen before. It treads the same.
But she has stuff with her mind where she has to figure out how to find them and she can't remember anything. So it's so much harder for her.
And I'm still trying to figure out why I like that movie. But here we are. Can I convince you?
I don't get me wrong. I love Nemo. I absolutely love Nemo. I love the sharks. I love the doctors or the dentist's office with all the, fish. But I think I relate to Dory. So I like Dory.
Could I convince you? See, if I was doing this by myself, I would have put this at a C tier. But could I convince you to
At a C tier?
Okay, B tier it is. Can I put it at B?
Alright.
Or should I put it at
Yeah, put him. Yeah, B's fine.
B's fine?
B's fine.
I'm sleeping on the couch tonight, aren't I? Probably am.
B is totally fine.
Oof. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick pause, go through these comments so that we do not get behind. So let's go ahead and start flipping. Not flipping like the bad flipping, but like, the good flipping through the comments. I'm going to stop talking. The more I talk, the more in trouble I get. All right. 80s kid again. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so 80s, you're going to have to tell me what that's from, because the last time you did it on my other stream, that was a good clippable moment that I made into a short, but I definitely am not going to try to figure out which one that is this time. 80s kid says, Toy Story 2 will always have the best intro.
Remind me, what is the intro again? There goes my Dory memory.
You know what's funny is I actually... Wait, oh, the intro has the... no, that was when they first met Jessie. The second one, that's when Buzz, they're playing the video game, but it's Buzz, and it looks like it's real, where he faces off against
Zorg. Oh, God.
Zorg? You're thinking about Zorg nuts from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. That's why I shouldn't say names.
Emperor Zorg.
Dang.
It's like his helmet's dented a little bit. He's like, I'm Emperor Zorg.
Zorg.
Dark Movie says, honestly, I don't think I've seen Up. Dude! Tell him he needs to go.
You need to go watch
Go
Up. What are
watch
you
Up.
doing?
Oh my gosh! If
Oh
you
my goodness.
consider yourself a Pixar fan, Dark, you gotta watch it, dude. If you have Disney Plus, like that should be on your upcoming list for the next couple days. Ty says Up is a heartfelt movie.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I don't know why I shook my head no and said absolutely. It's like, I strongly agree with you, Ty.
Oh, it makes me want to cry thinking about it.
Ty says no.
Okay.
Cool. Dark says, I can't remember it. Ty says, it's the most sad start, not the best. I think he's still talking about Up. So, I mean, it's so sad that it's the best. You know, like, it's such a strong emotional scene that it's hard to...
But I will say he is right. You are left feeling really sad at the beginning part of the movie. But I cried at the end, too.
Right.
Mainly because I think it was happy.
In this day and age, I just want to feel something.
Anything with old people makes me cry.
Dark Movie says Toy Story. I rewatched around the start of this year, and it's just amazing. 80 says, it's not a laser. It's a little light bulb that blinks. What's with him? Laser envy. Ty says, this isn't flying. This is falling with style. Best line in the whole movie. 100%. Dark says, can't remember Monsters University, but I know I've watched it. Yeah. Especially if you're, you know, in school right now, I guarantee you'll find it hits way differently. 80 says, you actually think you're the Buzz Lightyear? Oh man, all the time I thought it was an act. Hey guys, look, it's the real Buzz Lightyear. Ty says, change scene. Good catch, dude. I saw your comment earlier. I forgot to switch it to the tier list when we switched over. So good catch, dude. Dark says, I've only seen Finding Nemo. Haha, not Dory. Don't listen to my wife. You could get away with watching Finding Nemo and only Finding Nemo.
No.
You're not going to get too much from Finding Dory. Ow.
Watch Finding Dory.
Only because I love her. You can watch it. It's okay. You're safe now. Dark says, I didn't even know it was a thing. Right? See? He didn't even know Finding Dory was a thing. It's that irrelevant. I'm in so much trouble. 80s kid says Nemo is better.
See,
fist bump. Boom.
I'm able to acknowledge that. It's his opinion. That's okay.
Yeah. Your opinion is valid.
Yeah.
Just like your opinion is
like
valid.
Nemo.
Yeah.
Oh, it is now.
Your opinion is valid.
Thank you.
Oh, we got Dave in the chat. Ooh,
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. I think he's talking about Finding Dory.
Yeah.
Fish are friends, not food.
Shark bait.
Shark bait. 80s kid says, explain. What? There goes the speech impediment. 80s kid says, explain. Let us know in the chat what do you want us to explain, and we will happily do it. Ty said, his name is Hank. That's
Hank!
The octopus's name.
Oh, sorry, that was probably really loud.
Hank!
My bad.
Dave
Do you
says,
know who plays his voice? Hank?
No. I barely retained anything from that. I know they found Dory. It's in the title.
You want to just keep making shots?
I'm just going to keep scrolling.
You know what we're watching later? Finding Dory.
Yes, man.
And you're going to like it.
Kyle says, hi, Dave Replogal. The View with Drew in the chat. Hey, everyone, what's up? Drew, what's going on, my man? How is your evening going? Ethan says, yo, Ethan, what's up, dude? Feel like I just saw you. It's because I did. 80 says, anyone can cook. We're getting to that. Ty says, what up, Ethan? So we got a bunch of what ups in the chat. What up? Kyle says, Jonah, stand my ground. I will. You know what? I am going to stand my ground, and I can...
Let's see what happens.
And I will pay the price. Got a lot of highs. Got Fender the Cross, says Brownwell. 80 Kid says Space Odyssey theme. Drew says, unpopular opinion. Monsters, Inc. is the second best Pixar movie, and Toy Story 2 is the best. I agree with you on the first thing you said. Second thing you said could also be debatable because it's a great movie. I don't want to spoil too much until we get to that, but you might be onto something because when I was younger, I always found myself going to Toy Story 2 out of most of the other Pixar movies. Ty said, Ethan, it's been like 2 hours since I saw you. Been too long. Kyle says, Abby is trying to study right now. Wear headphones. That's all I'm going to say. Defender of the Cross says, Up really isn't a kid's movie. It's really not. Although I still liked it as a kid.
I think it's got good things that kids can take away from it. Like Russell being kind to the elderly. That's a good thing.
Well, it's the best part of like Pixar in its prime is that it was all movies that kids could get something out of and adults at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
I think that's the making of a good movie.
Defender says too serious in spots. It is serious, but again, in order to really hit home those emotional notes they were trying to really focus on, they did kind of have to go a little,
I think so.
Little adult.
Yeah.
Dave says, love up. Mm-hmm. Can you pronounce that? I think that's an emoji, but I don't think it translated to StreamYard. So
Something with your tongue out.
Fuchsia, like a Harry Potter spell. Fuchsia. Doug is a good dog. He is a good dog.
We like Doug around here.
We got apologies for the Steelers. Kyle says Finding Nemo was before the woke garbage. Finding Nemo in a lot of I think it depends on like what time period we're talking about. 80s kid says, don't you get it? Don't you see the hat? Got a bunch of highs. Movie quotes. 80s kid says Lightyear is a good movie, but not a great Buzz Lightyear movie. We'll get to that. Drew says my evening is going good. Awesome. Good to hear it, man. We got some more. He said Defender of the Cross is Chris Brownwell. Not Ty. Drew says good news. Started following you on Instagram. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Ty says Hank is played by Ed O'Neill. Oh, okay, gotcha. Thank you. Kyle says my favorite Pixar movie was Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro. I don't know what multiverse you're in, but I think in our universe there is no Taxi Driver in the Pixar universe, but never know. 80 says I shall call you Agent Z. Agent Z, that's stupid. Zerg gets upset. BrainPods tells him to reconsider. Agent Z, I love it. Very cool. Defender says I've been outed. All right, let's get back into this. We've been away for far too long. Let's get this switched around. All right, Finding Nemo. S tier.
A tier.
Why? Go ahead.
See,
express your opinion.
I feel like Dory was my favorite, but she ended up in the B tier. And if you think Nemo's the best, A is in the middle.
Fair.
So, I just...
Fair. A it is.
Okay.
This is Cars... I can't see it. Cars 2. It was really small, so I couldn't see the little number on there. Cars 2. A lot of people say that Cars 2 is the worst Pixar movie of all time.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I just think they did too many of those.
It's not a Cars movie. It's a Mater movie. Because it's focused on the whole, secret intelligence, the British spy people.
Pistachio ice cream.
Yeah, I would not go in there. But... okay, as a younger kid, you couldn't tell me there's a bad Pixar movie because I loved all of them. So I didn't hate Cars 2 because it was the perfect demographic for me. But yet, as an adult,
like we've never watched that again.
No.
Like, what are the ones that we keep coming back to? That's why I feel like that would end up in like the C tier.
I agree because I still don't outright hate it. There's not many movies I actually hate that came from Pixar.
I remember enjoying it. It's just I enjoyed it once and that was it.
It's just a resounding meh. Like you're like,
yeah.
Which perfectly encapsulates the C tier. Did I say encapsulates?
Yes, you did.
Encapsulates. Did I do it right?
Encapsulates.
And we're just gonna say it reminds me of the C tier.
There you go.
Incredibles 2. This is probably my turn to be controversial because I know you just watched this like a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Incredibles 2.
I don't blame you.
Really?
No.
I feel like they could have done something really imaginative, but choosing to make it go right after the events of Incredibles 1 really shot them in the foot when it comes to the amount of creativity they could do. Because I would have loved to see an Incredibles 2 where it took place in the future, where it was Dash and Violet grown up.
Oh, yes.
And it was Mr. Incredible and Mrs. Incredible kind of struggling with middle age and what brings
teenagers.
Jack is mobile and like not just there for the cute factor. I feel like Incredibles 2 chose to play it way safe, and they reused a lot of the beats, and then they kept that stupid Pixar thing going where it's a super predictable twist villain. Pixar was so obsessed in that time period of having these twist villains that we didn't see coming. And I thought the sister, I don't even remember her name, but she was so just Screenslayer. That's the Screensaver. Oh wait.
Yeah, Screenslayer.
You're right. I was thinking Screensaver. I'm so sorry. I'm stupid.
That's not a very scary villain name.
No, it's not.
Screensaver.
But yeah, no, it doesn't do anything for me.
Mm-mm.
See?
Well, I have a little bit of I don't know if it would be considered controversial, but like I don't know. I don't like the feminist agenda in that one.
Really?
Yeah. I'm glad I watched it the other day because I just like, I'm all for moms going out and doing the job thing, and there was a lot of heavy-handed like feminist like things being smacked around, and I'm all for Mr. Incredible being at home and helping the kids,
Yeah,
and letting
'cause
her go out, but it was very
I think it was in how they did it, because
very heavy
political messaging is in all kinds of things.
Mhm.
And I think when it's done well, it can teach you a lesson while also showing you the good of things.
Yeah.
But when it becomes something that's more of an anvil to the head kind of
Yeah,
thing,
and I'm a female, so I feel like it's okay to say that, I guess. I don't know.
which I'll
but-
go ahead and say to all you out there, if you're, husband and wife, and you're more comfortable with staying home and taking care of the kids, and the
Then
wife
do it.
the wife would much rather go out and be the breadwinner, there's nothing wrong with
No,
that.
not at
As
all.
long as it's something that you're comfortable with and something that you prefer. It's worse to have people in a role that they're not happy with, as opposed to something where they could actually thrive in. I don't know if
Mhm.
you'd agree
Oh,
with
I
that.
completely agree. If the husband wants to be home with the kids and finds it fun doing homework with them, and like, being there at home, and the mom likes to be a career person, then go for it.
Yeah, y'all
Awesome.
y'all came here for a Pixar ranking, and you stayed for the marriage advice. All right, so we're gonna, is that a C?
Yeah.
All right, C tier. Ratatouille. S. S.
S.
S. 100%. The music, the atmosphere,
It's
the
unique.
innovation, everything about it is phenomenal.
So freaking good. That's probably one I've come back to watch so many times.
I completely agree. I think that the replayability is just through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is Pixar in its prime. It takes something that you would have never thought about, which is a rat obsessed with cooking, and they take it to just this extremely imaginative place.
It's not in any way something that's like possible. Not that any of these movies are possible, but I don't know. It puts me in that like.
So, all right, let me ask you this. Did you ever think after you watched it that you could control people with their hair?
I may have, when I was young.
And then I had to explain why I was sneaking behind my sister and yanking on her hair, trying to make her arms go up. Yeah, this may have not been a really good impression on a bunch of little kids.
I think it's great.
Yeah, all things considered. Good Dinosaur. I know you haven't seen it.
I have not seen Good.
I'm going to speak for you. Good Dinosaur is an F. It sucks. I saw Good Dinosaur in theater. Me saw Dinosaur in theater. I saw the Good Dinosaur in the theater with a friend, and I was so bored. It's basically Pixar showing off all of the new technology they had and the ability to make photorealistic environments. It was one of those things where they're like, look, we made water that looks real, but they completely forgot about the plot. The story is non-existent. It's something we've seen a million times before. I think they tried to be cute with the whole reversal of the dinosaur being like the main character and the human being the pet. So they kind of did a little bit of a
Oh,
switcheroo.
interesting.
It was so boring. I was not a fan of it. All right, Cars. Is that one? Yeah, it's Cars. Ooh, this one's tough. Cars 1. I gotta say, I didn't rewatch this one a lot when I was younger.
I think we did. I liked Life Was a Highway. It's just
Life was a highway?
Life is a highway.
Life was a highway in the past. It's not a highway anymore.
Not so much anymore.
It's just a dark, spiraling road filled with taxes and debt and overpriced houses and overpriced
Inflation.
cars. Sadness is everywhere. But Pixar will never leave.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I don't know. I feel like it was a B tier movie.
I can agree with that because I think Cars 3 improved on that, which is why we're getting right over to Cars 3. I think Cars 3 is better than Cars 1, in my opinion. Have you seen that?
It's
Have you seen
been
Cars 3?
So long.
I think
So long.
my only gripe with Cars 3 is that it 100% felt rushed. You know how in the Batman trilogy with Christopher Nolan, in the third movie, Dark Knight Rises, you've got Christian Bale's Batman is like the beat up, worn out, like he's retired, he's past his prime. It was almost, we go from him being in his peak prime in The Dark Knight to being old and washed up in The Dark Knight Rises, and we're like, what happened in between these movies? I feel like that's the only thing Cars 3 kind of screwed up on, is it went from Lightning McQueen is just in his prime to all of a sudden he's old and out of shape and getting close to retirement. Other than that, I thought the message was very you know, very, very hard hitting about just kind of accepting your, I guess it'd be accepting your role, but also like being comfortable with not being who you used to be. So I thought that's pretty powerful. However, I don't think Cars 3 is still worth an A tier. And the more I look at it, I want to put Cars in A tier. Like, I know,
I agree with you, actually. Now that you put that in perspective, I do agree with you.
You know what? I know I said that Cars 3 was better because it improves on it, but to improve upon a really great movie still means that that movie that you improved upon is phenomenal. So A tier feels good.
I agree with that.
A Bug's Life. I can't speak to this one.
You never saw that?
I saw it when I was a kid and never watched it again. So take it away.
I've watched it a few times after that, but I liked it. I thought it was cute. I think it's very unique. Ironically, the only reason I haven't watched it recently is because the animation.
Oh yeah,
it's a little tougher.
It's like the first Toy Story. It doesn't really hold up as well.
No, but it's still got the nostalgia because I'm pretty sure that's a movie I watched in my grandma's house. So I don't know.
You're driving, so
probably put that in. I want to say C tier for now.
C tier?
Yeah.
I'm with you 100% just because I do not remember it hardly at all. Let's go ahead and take a pause. Let's flip through some of these comments. Ooh, people are active tonight. Let's go. Thank you everyone for participating. This is awesome. Dark says S all the way. Kyle says Cars. Okay, so I think this is what he was meaning to say. Cars 2 is great, or was great. So that means it's not great anymore? Oh ho ho ho. Ty says Cars 2 is a decent movie. I love the focus of Mater. Yeah, see, again, a lot of people have a lot of hate for this. And they're like, oh, you know, it's made for kids. Do you not remember that Cars, Pixar as a whole, was made for kids, you know, with adult undertones? So like,
and with how much people loved Mater in the first one, it makes sense that they'd make another one that was more focused on him.
Yeah, and also from what I remember, the animation was phenomenal. Like especially when it did things at night with the water at the beginning, with like the heist of Flynn. Was it Finn? It was Finn. I think it was Finn. I don't know. I might be wrong. But the really suave British dude, when he was like infiltrating the ship, that was awesome. Dark says, now I realize now that I need to rewatch these movies. Can't remember any of these except for Toy Story and Nemo. Yeah, dude. Hey, get your pen and paper out. Start writing all these down and get to work. 80 says, how cool would it be if Buzz was in the Incredibles universe before Incredibles 2 existed? Or is Buzz Lightyear in a different brand like DC and Marvel?
Interesting.
I think he's probably in a different brand. That's personally my opinion. Dark says, haven't watched the Incredibles series either. Dude, you got some work to do. I hope that this inspires you to start binging because, yeah, no, definitely. Ooh, Zach. We got Zach in the chat. Let's go. Zach says you two are adorable. Thank you. It's all her. It's all her. I brought her on here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
I appreciate it, Zach. Thank you so much for showing up in the scream. See, Zach's star power is so strong that he's making me mispronounce things. I love it. Dave says Mater is always good for a laugh. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. He may sometimes get a little annoying, but I think just his good heart, and I'm from Kentucky, so his country accent it works for me.
Dare I say, Mater was created for dads to just annoy their kids with, and that's exactly what he did.
What do you say? Flynn something. British intelligence. And Mater's like, Mater, average intelligence.
Yes.
Zach says, I also think Incredibles 2 was meh. Thank you. It's nice to get that validation and make us feel like we're not crazy. 80 says, imagine if Jack was the villain.
Oh.
Incredibles 3?
That would be actually.
Start taking notes, Disney. 80's kid says Violet. Kyle.
I think you mentioned something about the sister. And did you mean the sister of the dude or the sister, as in Violet versus
sister of the dude? Oh, the sister of the main. Bob Odenkirk plays him, the guy obsessed with superheroes in the Incredibles 2. Yeah. 80's kid, brave is boring. We'll get to that. Kyle says, caught Jonah in 4K. Technically, you caught me in 720 because I don't have the super hyped up paid version of StreamYard. So, guess you'll have to deal with 720. And Defender says, what does scripture say about that? Ty says, I've never been a fan of The Good Dinosaur, to be completely honest. Totally with you, Ty.
And I've not heard a lot of people talk about it, to be honest with you.
Goes to show. 80's kid says, I don't see Star Command listed. So I might have omitted that one. I might have missed it. To be honest, this was one of the ones I found on the tier maker website. So got to blame the person who put it together. Although I probably should have paid closer attention. So 80s, you win this one. Jason says, hey, Jonah, how you doing, man? Jason, good to see you, my guy. I'm so glad you're able to join us. If you guys, everyone watching, go check out Jason's channel because he makes some amazing content. He's been doing a lot of live streams recently. He's been really active in the community. So definitely check him out. Dave says, unique story. Dark says, Ratatouille is just amazing. See, you know, Dark, I know you mentioned you haven't seen a lot of the movies, but if you saw Ratatouille, then
that is good.
Yeah, you have done well. You've done well, my friend. Jason says, hey, how is it going? Great live stream. Thanks, man. Again, appreciate you joining us. 80s kid, back to when Lasseter was in charge. John Lasseter was the Kevin Feige of Pixar. He was the backbone. He was the engine that made it run. Pixar would have not been what it was without John Lasseter. 80s kid says, bad dinosaur. Yeah, no, that's a better fitting name. Kyle says, the good dinosaur reminds me of Bucky. Speaking of Bucky, do we want to bring... All right, you guys get a special treat. Let's bring in Bucky. Come here.
Oh, you look so tired.
He's so tired. Hold, please. Come on, Buck.
Good luck.
Come here. Do you guys want to meet Bucky? Come here.
He's made a couple appearances, right?
He's been in a couple of episodes. Oh, he's going boneless. Hold, please.
Oh, gosh.
He's going boneless. Come on. Oh, did he just... Okay.
Oh.
Hi, bud. Say hi to the people. Say hi, Buck. I swear, every time he's on camera, he gets so nervous. He's camera shy. So if you guys were wondering, this is our dog Bucky. He's made appearances in a couple other videos we've done together, but he is extremely camera shy. So,
well, you did just pick him up while he was taking a nap. So.
That's true. He's a little upset, but you guys came again, like I said before, you came for Pixar ranking, but stayed for the cute dog. All right, be free. Oh, God. Carrying a 60-pound dog is not the moves. All right, let's get back to what we were doing. 80s kid says, rip off of Land Before Time. Yes, 100%. Again, The Good Dinosaur does nothing original. Dark says, oh, wow, I saw The Good Dinosaur in theaters on my brother's birthday and I liked it, but that was 9 years ago. Yeah, definitely take a peek now that you've grown up a little bit. Just let me know what you think. I'd be super curious. 80s said, Cars 1 is good. Got a couple supporters of Cars. Yeah, I think I screwed up trying to lowball Cars because it really was pretty good. 80 said, then the sequels happened. We never talk about the sequels. Triggered. Ty says, Cars is S tier. Kyle says, Jonah is wrong as always. All you got to do is ask my wife and she will definitely confirm that. How many times am I wrong?
I don't think we have enough time for that.
Yeah, we don't have enough time for that. Cars is S tier. We got a super chat from Zach. Dude, thank you so much. He said, keep up the amazing work. Zach, again, you have been such a huge inspiration for this channel. So I don't know what to say, man. You are awesome. Again, if you guys are watching this live stream and you haven't checked out Zach's channel, please go check him out. He is a huge inspiration for the things that we do on this channel. And we would not be where we're at right now if it wasn't for his support. So thank you so much, Zach. Dark says, never seen The Bug's Life. Take it or leave it, in my opinion. But I can tell my wife's side-eyeing me. 80 said A Bug's Life is great. Got another. A Bug's Life is a great movie. Ty says Bug's Life is probably A tier for me. Dell on Movies says, what's up? Dell, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the chat if you're still here. Super happy to have you a part of this. Says Mater is always good for a laugh. Ty says, I completely agree with you, second father Dave. Dell says, I love Pixar except the Cars movies. Can't stand them. Wow, okay. That's a hot take. Dave says, thank you, Ty. 80 says, ooh, 80s is from Kentucky.
Wow.
Let's go. If you're still in the chat, dude, what part of Kentucky are you from? Because my family's from Versailles. I'd be super curious to see how close we actually could have been, like, in the same area. Dave said I would drive over broken glass to see Mater. The love is definitely strong. Ty says 720. Star Command is not Pixar. Interesting. Jason says, thanks, man, for those kind words. I will watch the stream often because I haven't watched half of these movies. Hey, man, there's always somewhere to start. You know, just pick a movie and go from there. Ty says it's the Winter Soldier. You're darn right. That's why we named him. Kyle says, yay, Bucky. Yeah, we got Bucky's in the chat. So it's worth literally hoisting a 60-pound dog up when he didn't feel like it. Dark says, I mean, I have watched a lot of these, but my memory's just gone. Dude, same. Older we get, it's like, who are we? What are we doing? What's life? He said, Dell, you're banned from existing. Dell, you were banned. I guess Dell's getting the heat from Cars lovers. 80 said Louisville, but now I'm in Crestwood. Nice. So if you were in Louisville, that means you would have been about 2 hours from where my family's from. That's really cool. No, wait, 2.5 hours. That's really cool, dude. Again, that's what I love about these live streams is we always find something that we had in common. All right, so let's go ahead and get rolling with the rest of the tiers. Boom. All right, so oh crap, did I ever? Oh my gosh.
What is that?
I'm so stupid. I am so stupid.
Did we?
I grabbed Incredibles 1 and called it Incredibles 2. Well, this is awkward. Yeah, there's no playing that one off. So we're going to pop that one and see. We're just going to slide this over here like it never happened. Okay, now we're back. Hey, look, Incredibles 1. Wow. Incredibles 1, S tier.
Yes.
Are we in agreement?
Absolutely no disagreement there.
What you got? Why do you like Incredibles so much?
I don't know. I feel like, again, it's one of those like Ratatouille where it's very unique. It's superhero based, and I don't know. I grew up watching it all the time. I think it's pure nostalgia for me, if I had to just put it plainly.
Makes
Pure
sense.
Nostalgia.
I think The Incredibles does the ensemble cast better than a lot of Marvel movies. I think the way that they have these characters who all have a different power set, but make them work together, like the way that they all have something that complements the other person, especially when they're fighting together, really pushes home the fact of united, they are way better than they were individually. And I like the fact that Mr. Incredible is flawed. I like that he actually, screws up. Do I have hair on my mouth?
Lucky hair in your face.
Sorry. I like the fact that Mr. Incredible isn't perfect, and all he is trying to be is, the father and husband and leader that he, the best kind of leader and father and husband that he can, but he screws up, and it makes it so much more rewarding when at the end they all learn from their
humble family dynamic that seems obtainable,
and
it's tangible. And
it's just a creative film that I think, again, trailblazes a lot of the ensemble cast that we see these days. Because in a way, it's like a knockoff of the Fantastic Four. In a way.
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
Yeah.
I like that each person only has one special power too.
Yes, for sure. All right.
Except for Violet, sorry. She can go invisible, and she also has the...
So she's like Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, again, if I was picking powers, I wouldn't have picked that one, but that's just me. I'd probably
pick to be invisible.
I'd be Dash.
Well, yeah. Duh.
I'd be Dash 100%. Who would you be?
Violet.
You'd be Violet?
Yeah. I love the ability to just I mean, I feel invisible sometimes in life anyway, so maybe not. I don't know. I just don't want. Well, we got deep there.
Oh, that got really dark. All right, moving back into the kids' movies. WALL-E. WALL-E is great. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. WALL-E is truly great. But could I convince you to put it in S tier? I think this movie communicates so much through. Bless you. You didn't sneeze, but I'll still bless you. Extra blessings. WALL-E communicates so much with such limited dialogue that alone, for me, makes it one of the best movies.
I think we need to add it to our movie list again because it's been so long since I've seen it. But I would probably say A tier if I was ranking it myself.
Because I mean, gosh, the thing about that kind of a movie is you'd think it'd be boring because there's hardly any dialogue until the latter half of the movie. But the visual cues that it has and just the charm. I think this one is literally all charm. We'll definitely revisit it, but I'm okay with putting it in A tier. The OG Monsters Inc. 1, 2, 3. S.
Sorry.
Just a little late to the party. Yeah, we've already briefly talked about this earlier, but Monsters Inc. is incredible.
Yes, I agree.
It's perfect. The music slaps every single time.
Yep, I agree.
Slaps.
I can agree with you on that one. I know Monsters University on the A tier was a compromise.
I appreciate that.
So.
You are a fair person, and I appreciate you for that. I feel like definitely Monsters Inc. is potentially my favorite Pixar movie of all time. So if your favorites, what was your favorite? Did we ever talk about that, or should we save that for the end?
Save that for the end, because
Yeah.
I need to see everything.
Yeah,
first.
stick around for the whole stream to see our favorite Pixar movies of all time. All right, next we got Inside Out. I'll let you take this one because you actually, I remember you mentioned that you had a little more to say about that.
I've only ever seen it once. I remember it being emotionally exhausting because it's about your emotions and stuff.
Kind of like Up.
Well, no.
Worse.
Yeah.
Not worse isn't bad, but worse isn't it goes there.
I haven't watched it since. Like, it was neat. It was very creative, but I don't know. I was not a big fan.
I think the message is really good because it talks about how to kind of balance all of your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. It's one of those movies that it hits home. Like, it does its job, but I don't know if it's something I'd rewatch.
Yeah, I thought it was good the first time I saw it, but I just don't think the rewatchability is maybe not there.
I'd say B because it is a good movie.
Good message, yeah.
So, but not
so middle tier.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Next, we've got Coco. I know you really don't have anything to add to this one because I don't think you've seen it yet.
No.
We need to fix that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and put Coco in A because me personally, I definitely really enjoyed it. I've only seen it once or twice, but I think the visuals are amazing. I love, even though the twist villain is still kind of predictable, I thought the music is what carries this whole movie for me. And I'm looking at all the other movies I put it with in the A tier. I got to bump it down to B, just because if I like something based on the visuals and the music, I can't put it in A. I think the ending or like just anything involving the grandmother was awesome as well. But yeah, okay, I'll put it in B. Toy Story 2. I think Toy Story 2 is an incredible Pixar movie. What about you?
When it first came out, I would say yes.
You don't think it holds up?
I like the ones that follow after a little bit better.
Really?
Yes.
See, I think it was The View with Drew that said it earlier, but Toy Story 2 low-key is one of the best Pixar movies of all time, in my opinion. But again, it's like...
It probably has something to do with where the third one fell for me in life and stuff. Because I think that's why maybe I have more nostalgia towards the third and I just in general enjoyment of the fourth. So that's why
I think Stinky Pete is one of the best Pixar villains because that man is just he's sympathetic at the beginning, but then that twist, like it's not a twist villain because he wasn't gone the whole time and then just shows up, but it was a good twist where he goes from being super friendly to once he realizes that Woody wants to go back, he's like, oh nah, I'm not letting you leave, and then immediately is terrifying because he's a very imposing figure for being short and stubby.
And it's where we got Jesse and
the When Somebody Loved Me scene.
Oh, it's that one. Maybe.
Can I do S? Because what's wrong with putting something in S? Like I really liked it.
Yeah, but I really liked Monsters University, and that ended up in A.
All right, guys, we're doing it. Monsters University is an S tier. I don't want to pull a Are You Happy Now, but
the only reason you're doing that is because you want Toy Story 2 in the S tier.
Yes, you're darn right. Compromise.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but Bucky just let out the biggest sigh. You know what? Again, what's wrong with a little positivity? I think if we can do Monsters University in S tier, would you be okay with doing Toy Story 2 in S tier?
I can be okay with that.
Okay.
And you know what? I feel like it's okay that both Monsters Inc. movies are in the same tier because if there's any movie we've come back to several times, it's always
both of those.
So
That's
I can
actually really
justify
fair.
That.
That is really fair. Ooh, all right. We just went back to back bangers. Toy Story 3. S?
Yeah, S tier.
Definitely S tier.
I love it. I think it's so good.
I saw that thing in theaters and I think I rewatched it like a million times after that. Toy Story 3 is awesome.
That one made me cry.
Yes. Me.
It's the scene where they're all about to get incinerated and they're all holding hands. And then when Andy goes to college and gives them away, I mean,
Dude,
that's why it hurt, because I think I was graduating high school at the time.
It hits so different when
So
you're older because you're like, crap. This is the same feeling I had when I had to, get rid of some of my Legos or get rid of my action figures or
grow up a little.
Literally grow up. It's like, oh, it pulls on your heartstrings so well.
That's why I love it.
Yeah, that's such a Lotso Hug and Bear was a incredible villain.
Yes.
Also, the Barbie and Ken dynamic,
loved it.
Hilarious. Let's go ahead and take a quick pause. We'll go back and get caught up on some of these comments. Poll, please. All right, so I think we got here. WALL-E is a huge W of a movie. Absolutely. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate it. It's good to have some WALL-E supporters in the chat. Defender says Incredibles is definitely S tier. Heck yeah. 80s Kid says WALL-E is great. Yeah, see, look at all these people who like WALL-E.
We need to rewatch it.
Yeah, we'll rewatch it. That sounds good.
It's only fair.
Ty says Jack has 17 powers, by the way. All right, Ty. So did you? Is that from memory or did you look that up? Because if you remembered that, that is a very, very, very incredible fun fact to have. I could totally see Ty just at a party, like, and he's sitting in there with like a solo cup, and he's like, "Did you know that Jack has 17 powers? Pretty cool, huh?" 80 says I'd be Frozone because he's super cool. Oh yeah. Ty says Samuel L. Jackson played Frozone so well. Everything Samuel Jackson does, he does it well. That man is all hits and no misses. 80 says we're coming down to the ground, blah blah blah, down to earth. 80 says S for monsters. Yep. Again, long distance handshake. I'm totally with you, 80s. Dark says I saw that. I haven't seen WALL-E either, but Monsters Inc. is perfect. Yeah. See, Dark, if you've seen Ratatouille and you've seen Monsters Inc., you got good taste, my friend. Good taste. Dark says, you know what? For me, Inside Out is at least third or second fave. Interesting. I respect it. 80s kids. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. Sorry, that was a really bad impression. I apologize.
No, it was decent.
It was
decent. The whole heart wasn't in there, but it was decent. 5
of my subscribers just got lost in an instant. They were like, nah, we ain't sticking around for this. 80 says, Inside Out and Toy Story 3 always breaks me. For sure, dude. Coco is C. Again, I wouldn't argue with you on that one. Dark says Coco is amazing. So it looks like we've got meh and amazing. So again, I feel better about putting it in the
I definitely need to watch that now.
We definitely need to. Ty says Coco is average. What? A C? Yeah, so they're debating. Ty says Toy Story 2 was a GOAT. See, yeah, I completely agree. So far, Ty and I have been on the same page. 80 says facts. Yeah, a lot of Toy Story 2 love. Ty says Jonah is right, Hannah is wrong about Toy Story 2.
Fair. You were right, I was wrong.
I wasn't looking for that. 80 says Lotso is worse than Pete. I agree.
Yes.
Lotso was straight up like, I'm going to kill all of you guys and not even think twice about it. So yeah, Lotso deserved everything coming to him. Ty says Bullseye is amazing. 100%. 80 says, not today, Zerg. Kyle says, despite my premonitions, I believe Monsters University deserves S tier. I agree. 80 says, but I don't want to use my head. I've quoted that more times than I'm comfortable with saying. Good Lord. Ty says, W line, 80s kid from the 90s. Ty says, I knew I was at least 16, so I looked it up and it was 17. Wow. So you actually were pretty close with your guess when you talk about the powers for Jack.
That's impressive.
That's really impressive. Ty said that would be me at a party. 80 says, where's my super suit? What? Where is my super suit? I watched it. Why do you need it? It's for the greater good. Again, A+ line. Ty says, we're always on the same page, Jonah. Yes, sir. Yes, we are. Ty says, Lotso has had more weight behind the villain. And more ways than one, because that was a big old bear. 80 said, Lotso would get along with the Palp. 100%. Lotso and Palpatine, I feel like, would have a lot of fun conversations. All right, let's get right back into it. We're almost there. Thank you guys again for sticking around. This really means a lot. Brave. Considering I can't understand a single word she's saying in the entire gosh darn movie. C.
No. No, that's not. I would be okay with A tier.
With A tier?
I love Brave. It's so good.
Why is it so good?
Okay, first of all, Scottish accents and stuff. That's, I just love that. I think it's sweet because it talks about the dynamic between a daughter and a mother, who a mother's trying to give the daughter what she didn't have and all this stuff, and they're both trying to do what's best for each other, and it's just about that relationship and cultivating it and all that. I just think it's sweet. Plus, she's a princess.
All right, well, she's a princess, so that's an A tier, obviously. Yeah, A tier for princess. Yeah. You know what? We're gonna rename this P for princess. All right. So we are officially renaming this, and let's go ahead and take all of the princess related ones and put it up here in princess, because obviously princess is obviously A tier.
That's the only one.
Oh.
Yeah.
My
that's
whole
what I'm saying.
rant just sounded stupid.
Mm-hmm.
How about we rename this to Jonah?
Can you spell your own name?
No. Is a stupid butt face. There we go. All right, new ranking.
Okay.
New ranking just dropped, boys.
Go.
But all right, I agree. Let's do Brave with
Do
A.
you though?
Yeah, I'm here for the vibes.
Oh, so
I'm here with the vibes. That was a big creak. I'm here for the vibes. Onward. We're falling apart. I love it. Onward was good.
I loved it.
Is it worthy of an A tier?
I would say yes.
Really?
Yeah. I've gone back and watched it multiple times.
I do think it's underrated. A lot of people don't like it.
Why?
I don't know. It's got Chris Pratt and Tom Holland. Like,
yeah.
star power alone.
Great. It's such a again, it's unique. I like the magic aspect and how they're like, one guy's kind of awkward, the other one's just kind of quirky.
I think I'm going to agree with you specifically because of the scene with their dad.
That was sweet.
The scene at the end where his dad gets fully restored and he talks to the brother and you don't get to see what happened.
Yeah.
I think for me, having that, in their case, not having a father figure for so long, and one of the brothers unselfishly letting his brother see him.
Yeah.
That alone, that's probably one of the most underappreciated scenes in all of Pixar.
I also really like how they played to the whole, they were two brothers, they were very different, they got on each other's nerves, but they loved each other enough to be selfless and to do this stuff with each other. And like, coming from being a sibling myself, I just think that's really sweet.
Yeah, I think that alone, A tier. Is that okay?
Yeah.
A tier's good? Cool. Toy Story 4. You and I have way different opinions on Toy Story 4, so I'll let you speak your piece first. Why do you like Toy Story 4?
I think because I was surprised that they at first even made a Toy Story 4, because I thought Toy Story 3 was such a great conclusion. So I went into Toy Story 4 kind of skeptical about it.
We saw this together, right? Pretty sure we did.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't remember when it came out.
We definitely did. I remember.
Okay. But I watched it and I was just very I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised by it. I liked the whole Woody getting the opportunity to basically retire and finally do what he wanted to do, which I didn't think that was closure that we needed, but it ended up being perfect. And having Bo come back and like all that kind of stuff. So I thought Toy Story 3 needed to be the end, but Toy Story 4 actually made sense to me.
And I think that Toy Story 3 was so perfect that even if Toy Story 4 was good, it didn't quite prove its existence for me, especially the fact that they already greenlit a Toy Story 5.
I don't agree with that.
I think it's more so of what it represents, because for me, Toy Story 3 was the most perfect of an ending, and the only thing that could ruin it is by continuing the story. It was great to see Bo Peep. It was great to kind of see that kind of new dynamic of the Woody and Bo Peep rekindled relationship, but more of like a partnership kind of thing. But also they turned Buzz into an idiot. Buzz for the first 3 movies, even specifically Toy Story 3, was a lot more grounded and intelligent.
Doesn't he take over though?
In Toy Story 4?
In order, like he takes over for Woody.
Kind of, but he also has a lot of really brainless one-liners throughout where he's just like, he doesn't know how certain things work. Like he doesn't know basic things. He's like, oh, the voice is speaking to me, the voice in my head. And it's just kind of really on the nose humor that I thought was not in Buzz's character. Here I am doing a complete character breakdown on an animated toy, but here we are. It did not work for me nearly as much. I agree with you that it was good, but
with how heavy Woody was in all the other movies about, you have to have a kid, you have to be loyal, you have to, like, basically kind of like workaholic type tendencies, for him to finally go, I'm finally ready to step back. And that, to me, I just thought was significant.
The question is, going to Toy Story 5, can it potentially find a way to kind of replace the star power in the movies of Bonnie and Andy? Because where can we go from here?
Well, you told me that they were making a 5th one, and my first reaction was, why? Because I don't even know what they're gonna do with that.
A tier? A tier it is. Soul, I'm gonna be 100% with you. Haven't seen it. Haven't seen it. Not because I haven't wanted to see it. It just was never high on my priority list. Luca? Haven't seen. Again, some of the newer movies just wasn't quite on my priority list because I started to fall out with Pixar a little bit, just because they started to retread a lot of the same messages over and over and over again, and nothing quite seemed...
Nothing was as unique looking.
Yeah, and I find myself, when I want to go and watch a Pixar movie, if I'm not interested in watching something new, I will absolutely go back and watch the old ones and not even think twice about it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Turning Red, I know you haven't seen, but I have seen it, and I think it's a C tier. And I think the message itself is good because it's kind of a parallel to when little girls are experiencing things like their period and stuff for the first time, and the rush of hormones, and the panda is kind of a representation of that. So it's a pretty good message, but I think the way they kind of convey that message, it's a little heavy-handed, especially at the end. It's kind of hard to describe it to someone who hasn't seen it, but she literally twerks in front of her mom as a panda, as a show of independence. And again, I get the concept, but it was so awkward and just cringe, I guess is the best way to put it, that I didn't like it. I think the animation looks great. All Pixar movies pretty much have great animation, but I just can't. It's better than The Good Dinosaur, but I can't justify it any higher than C. Next, we're going to go into... I almost clicked on Soul. It was already there. We got Lightyear.
Did you watch that?
I did.
Oh.
Do I want to do F? Do I want to do C? C tier. I was disappointed. I was definitely disappointed. I feel like the idea of making Lightyear a movie that Andy's watching about the toy he has is so confusing, when it could have just been a story of the action figure Buzz doing stuff in other galaxies like we saw at the beginning of Toy Story 2. I feel like the premise was interesting, but the execution was terrible. I think the pacing was off. I think the script was bland. And when I think of mediocrity, I think of Lightyear, to be completely honest. So I can't justify it any higher than a C. Next up, we got Elemental. Are we going to tell them? Should we tell them?
Probably.
We're not gonna mislead you guys. We watched half of Elemental, and we got bored, and we were like, we'd rather be watching something else. So we watched. I mean, half of it was like, it's okay.
I don't know. I think I was the one that asked that if we could watch it. I know you were on the fence about it, and we were sitting there, and I got self-conscious about us watching it for some reason, because it was so, I don't know. It was kind of slow, and I didn't like the animation.
Really?
No.
Even though, I mean, the animation itself is photorealistic, quote unquote.
It felt like some type of Romeo and Juliet type.
Like two people from opposite sides
of the track.
Their forbidden love.
And I don't know.
I feel like it also treads the same ground that we've seen a million times before of girl meets boy. Parents warn her to stand up for herself and take over the family business. And, she has these, this desire to be something greater, and great stuff, but it's not pushing new boundaries. And it's just not something that...
It wasn't gripping enough.
Yeah.
If it's not like, if I'm not sucked in the first 15 to 20 minutes, then it's like, eh.
It's just not worth it.
No, I mean, maybe I'll go back and finish it, but I don't know.
Now, here's the question. Since we only watched half of it, would it be a haven't seen or would it be a C? C for mid?
I feel like it's not fair because we haven't seen the whole thing.
Okay, cool.
So
Can't
I
judge it.
don't want to judge it without seeing the whole thing.
I respect that. Well, this is the entire list that we've put together. I really don't feel like I want to change any of these. These look pretty good. Like, is there anything that sticks out to you that you feel like you would want to change? The music cut out for a second, so awkward silence. I feel pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
I think I do feel pretty good about it.
Which movie out of all of these is your favorite Pixar movie of all time? And which one is your personal least favorite?
Okay, right off the bat, without thinking, when you say what's my favorite, the first thing that comes to mind is Ratatouille. I love that movie so much. I go back to watch it all the time, and I think from that standpoint alone, that makes it my favorite.
And your least favorite?
Least favorite. Gosh.
Personally, not what's ranked on here, but what is your least favorite?
Probably Cars.
The first Cars?
I mean, just Cars.
The franchise. All three of them.
Cars.
Wow.
I don't know. I'd rather watch all the other ones.
I was a young boy, so like Cars, that's kind of my thing.
Mean, I liked playing Cars as a kid, but like I don't know. All the other ones are good that besides the ones I haven't seen. But.
Yeah, I respect it. All right, well, I'd say for me, Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. is my favorite Pixar movie of all time. Which, while I'm talking, guys, if you're still watching, drop something in the chat what your favorite Pixar movie is of all time and what is your least favorite. Once I get to y'all's comments, we'll go ahead and read through those, but I want to hear y'all's takes. So Monsters Inc. was mine. My least favorite, of course, is The Good Dinosaur because it's the one that's in the F. So that is my personal take. And with that being said, we have officially gotten through the whole list. So let's go ahead and do a final run through the comments. And once we get to the last comment, the stream is over. If I could only remember where we were. Say something funny while I'm scrolling.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, something funny.
Nailed it. And just like that, we're there. See, good job stalling. Nailed it.
Okay.
He said, let the false prophet speak no longer. Someone is not liking the take. Dark says, okay, I'm gonna head to bed. You probably know it's 3 a.m. in 5 minutes. So yeah, have an amazing day or night. I will say this: Lightyear is perfect and Elementals is amazing and Turning Red is also amazing. So Dark, all right, look, if you're gonna go to bed and drop all of those hot takes, you are a bold man. You are a bold man. Credit for dropping the mic like that. But no, if you guys aren't aware, Dark Movies stays up crazy early in the morning to watch these streams. So if you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out if you're into horror movies or anything of that sort. He is incredible and so committed to supporting his fellow creators. So Dark, thank you so much for losing sleep over us. I really appreciate that. He said, just because my favorite animal is red panda. There it is.
Nice.
That makes sense. Ty says, I'm really enjoying the tier list ranking. I just love watching y'all together.
Oh.
Ty, you're awesome, dude. I appreciate you, man. And then Kyle says, I'm just here for Bucky. I think we're all just here for Bucky.
Yes.
Is he still asleep? He's conked out. 80 says, Onward is S. It's so cool. I relate to both characters. Yeah, dude, I completely understand why you'd have it in S tier. It is a great movie. Ty says, yes, Brave has the only Pixar princess, hence the scene in Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph 2. Oh my gosh, Ty, you're right. I didn't even think about that. I thought it was just funny because she had a Scottish accent. And they said it's because she's from the other department.
Wow.
Ty, you need to come to more of these streams. Because, dude, that blew my mind. What the heck? That makes sense now. I just thought it was a funny gag because it was like, oh, she's Scottish.
Yeah.
But she literally is the only one from Pixar.
Way to go, Ty. Goodness.
Ty's the MVP
That's
tonight.
Impressive.
80s kid says, Onward breaks me more than Toy Story 3 and Inside Out. Debatable, but again, I completely understand because Onward will pull at your heartstrings depending on what season of life you're in.
Yes.
And I think, as someone, I've never had a brother myself, so I can't really.
But you have had a dad.
Right, I've had a dad, so again, it gives you something to really hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
Ty says Toy Story 4 was too pushy and just extra. No need for it, but not a complete flop. I completely agree with that, Ty. It's not bad. Technically, it is a good movie. But it just doesn't justify Wow, can't talk. Can't justify its existence. There we go. 80s Kid says Toy Story 4 is an F.
Ooh.
They disrespected Woody's arc and made Buzz look like a moron. Shows what happened when Lasseter is absent. Yeah, see, the whole thing about Buzz, I completely agree. Was not a fan of where they took his character.
I really didn't pick up on that, so I'm gonna want to go back and watch that and pay closer attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't make that ruin your experience, but at least it would help you understand where we're coming from. Ty says Buzz Spanish scenes in Toy Story 3 was always great.
Yes.
Oh yes, that's the movie that got me hooked on Bamboleo. The Bamboleo, Bambolea. I have no idea how to, any of the Spanish words. So as a kid, I'm just like, but man, I was vibing. 80s Kid says I came out of Toy Story 4 confused, and I came out of Toy Story 4 disappointed. So I can definitely relate with you. Ty says never seen Soul, Turning Red, or Elemental. Again, right in the same boat with you, man. Interesting. 80 says Soul is S tier, but it's all right. So are you saying Soul is okay, but it's also S tier?
Might need clarification on that one.
80 says I have not seen Elemental. I'm hearing that a lot. Seems like a lot of people haven't really stayed caught up with the recent Pixar films.
No.
Ty says Luca was cute and a decently put together movie. Kyle says Soul wasn't good, Luca was great, but Turning Red is just obviously communist propaganda, and that's not even a joke. Wish I was joking. Well, you heard the man. Got to do your research. 80s Kid says Loki season 2 just started. I don't know what to do. Watch episode 1 or wait. Dude, honestly, don't watch the stream anymore. Go watch Loki season 2, because as soon as we're done with the stream, we're going to be going and checking it out as well. So I can't wait. I'm super excited. Ty says I'm watching Loki right after this. Same. We are all on the same page. Let's shoot through these comments so that we can all watch Loki together. Ty says Lightyear is a high C, low B. 80s Kid says C. Ty says a Lightyear is what the Toy Story was based off of. Yeah. Or what Toy Buzz was based off. Yeah, I get that. But I think the execution is where it fell flat for me. 80s Kid says, Jonah, Lightyear's deleted scenes are way better than what we got. John Lasseter would have made sure it would be awesome. Don't you hate it when deleted scenes are better than the actual movie? Because I sure do. Hey, DJ with Movie Time Minute. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Totally happy to have you here in the chat for a little bit. Guys, again, while I have you, another shameless plug. Go check out DJ's channel. He makes great content. One of those up-and-coming YouTubers that's really going to make a difference. So definitely check his channel out. Ty says it's a movie made from the old Fireboy and Water Grill game. Did not know that. 80s Kid says big budget, nothing burger. That, my good friend, is Lightyear 100%. Ty says Toy Story 2 is my favorite. Least favorite is The Good Dinosaur. Totally respect it. 80s Kid says my favorite is Monsters Inc. Least favorite is Bad Dinosaur. So hey, 80s Kid, you and I have the exact same ranking. So hey, mad respect. Ty says so basically Jonah is right and Hannah is wrong about Toy Story 2. That's all I got from the stream.
Wow.
The fact that you got anything from this stream still means a lot to me. So I definitely appreciate it. Ty says I need to be there with you. Future stream. I guess we will wait and see. 80s Kid says It's All Right is a song from Soul. Also, there's a really popular AJR song in Soul. That's how I even heard about it, because I was a big fan of AJR. Ty says it's all right since y'all didn't put it in S tier. Fair enough. Patty says, hi, I'm late to the party. This makes me want to rewatch some old movies for a family night.
Hi, Mom.
It's on like Donkey Kong. Let's get this party started. Kyle says, sweet dreams, Bucky. Hey, Bucky. Kyle says, sweet dreams.
He's already doing that.
He's already doing it. He is hardcore snoozing. Dark says, couldn't sleep, so here I am. My guy. All right, look, since you're the last comment of the day, let's have a conversation. When do you ever sleep? Right? Like, you're always in these streams. Like, I respect it. You're an awesome person. But my dude, it's okay to get some sleep from time to time. Oh my gosh, dude. Again, mad respect. I don't know how you do it, but the fact that you're just you're up at 3, you're up at 5, like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So again, mad respect to you. You said what?
I said we're about to do it.
Yeah, but I say we got a baby on the way. So Dark, I'm actually going to need some tips from you, because the sleepless nights are about to really kick in. Ty says y'all have a great night. Ty, my dude, thank you so much for all your contributions to the stream. Definitely appreciate it. You made this stream what it was. Dark says, always while I decide to go to sleep, I'm just wide awake. Feel that. I definitely feel that. 80s Kid says, I have 192 subscribers. Y'all heard the man. We got to get him to 200. So if you guys have the opportunity, go check out 80s Kid. Let's go ahead and get his channel up to 200 subs. And I definitely know he would appreciate that. Kyle says, Bucky, you want to go for it? I'm not finishing that comment. Dark says, what is sleep? Apparently you'd have no, you have no idea what sleep is. Like,
that's what caffeine's for.
Yeah, that's what caffeine's for. All right, with that, oh, we got a couple more. Jason says, have a great night. You two made this stream so great. Jason, this stream would have not been what it was without you guys participating. So definitely appreciative for you guys. And also, if you guys really like this format, could I convince my wife to come back for another live stream? I mean, you're here. Why don't I ask you? Could I convince you to come back for another live stream?
I could be convinced.
Ice cream?
Yeah, snacks, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll need a treat first.
We'll make that happen.
Okay.
80s Kid says, yeah. Dark says, yeah, have some nice tips. Anyway, have an amazing night. Dark, thank you so much, my friend. You're amazing. And with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and shut it down here. Again, thank you guys so much for participating in this. This was a ton of fun. And be on the lookout for this kind of stuff in the future. Just as a sneak peek, I have my Ahsoka review coming out probably in the next couple days. I've spent a lot of time on it, so hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.